Israeli nuclear technician Mordecai Vanunu meets with a journalist from the British newspaper Sunday Times. He eagerly shares details with the journalist about the nuclear capabilities of the Jewish state, even showing photographs to support his claims. However, before those photos could even be printed, Vanunu mysteriously vanished. He was last seen with a woman at a hotel. Later it turned out that Mordecai was pumped with various drugs and secretly taken to Israel, where he was convicted of treason. The operation was carried out by Mossad agents, one of the most effective, secretive, and radical intelligence agencies on the planet.
It almost seemed like something out of a movie. Somewhere in London, he crossed paths with a beautiful, attractive girl. Oh, sorry. One thing led to another, and an American tourist, mutual attraction, a spark between them. And it was such a powerful spark that Mordecai, knowing he might be followed, knowing they might be after him, completely disabled all his security systems. He was so taken by this American tourist who said she was traveling through Europe and planning to go to Italy next, suggesting they might go together. So, they left, they flew off to Rome, and instead of a Roman holiday, he ended up with an adventure and a meeting with Mossad.
The then Prime Minister of the country, David Ben-Gurion, instructed the merger of two agencies, the Central Institute for Coordination and the Central Institute for Intelligence and Security, with full subordination to the Prime Minister. Mossad was formed on the basis of an organization that was involved in transporting Jews to Palestine during World War II.
No self-respecting country can function without intelligence agencies. Especially when it is constantly under the threat of hostile enemies, quite literally, from over the fence. Therefore, it was essential to know what the enemies were plotting, what they were doing, and to effectively counteract them. This is how the need for intelligence agencies arose.
Throughout its existence, the agency has been credited with numerous secret operations. However, not all of them can be attributed to Mossad. For example, when a leak of information occurs in Iran or any other Arab country, accusations are immediately directed at Jewish agents. Of course, Israelis could have left their mark in some cases. However, not in all misfortunes of their neighbors. Sometimes the accusations can even be downright absurd.
It's worth mentioning that not long ago, off the coast of the resort town of Sharm el-Sheikh on the Red Sea, sharks appeared and attacked tourists. Since such an invasion hadn't happened before. One of the most zealous Israeli haters voiced the version that these are specially trained Mossad sharks that target tourists for this purpose to cause damage to the Egyptian tourism industry. Whether this is more a matter of foolishness, imagination, or the desire of Russians, Egyptians, or anyone else, I can't say for sure. But this absurd theory is certainly making the rounds.
The first head of Mossad was the Israeli statesman Reuven Shiloh. To this day, he is considered the founder and father of this intelligence agency. If the agency's activities could be described in one sentence, it would definitely be a quote from Shiloh himself.
Arabs are the #1 enemies of the Jewish community, and professional agents must be infiltrated into Arab society. Israeli intelligence should not be limited to the borders of Palestine, it must serve as the Jewish Zionist guarantor of the safety of Jews worldwide.
By the way, Reuven Shiloh's name became known only in the 1990s. And in general, due to the secrecy of Mossad, until that time, no one had ever heard of the names of its directors. It's no surprise. Revealing the name of the head of Mossad would have left Israel vulnerable, as it had numerous enemies among Arab countries.
I think this is the nature of every intelligence agency. No one wants to expose their people. As soon as you shine a light on someone, a lot becomes clear. And there are still many people alive who will have grievances against you and will be waiting for a target to take their revenge on.
Secrecy is the primary goal of Israeli agents. Unofficially, they even have a motto: as little information as possible, as many rumors as possible. This is just about Kidon, the most secret unit of the Mossad. According to information disclosed by the Americans, this unit consists of just 3 groups, each with 12 members. They can reach any corner of the planet, and their business card is a bullet to the eye. What's true and what's fiction is not exactly clear. What is known for sure is that this is the only unit in the world officially created for physical elimination of individuals, and it is credited with at least 4 dozen operations.
Kaidan is translated from Hebrew means bayonet. This is the unit responsible for the physical elimination of Israel's enemies. It is considered one of the most ruthless structures. There have been several known cases where a group of Israeli commandos arrived under false passports in one of the countries and, in a hotel, eliminated a certain number of scientists and nuclear weapons developers. Israel neither confirms nor denies this.
Although not all successful operations are carried out by Kaidan fighters, Mossad has a complex structure with many different units, whose members have participated in various missions around the world. In 1960, a 6-year-old boy Gisele Schumacher was kidnapped in Israel. The kidnapper was one of their own, a member of the Neturei Karta organization, a movement of Israel haters. After 2 years of searching, the authorities were powerless, and the then Prime Minister Ben-Gurion turned to Mossad for help. In just a few days, the head of the intelligence agency mobilized agents from around the world, and they managed to find him thanks to a letter between a soldier and the boy's mother. He asked how the child was doing. With only his mother, agents quickly found the boy. He was in New York. In 1969, the Mossadists stole 5 SAR missile boats from the French. They outsmarted Paris so effectively that the government dismissed the military leadership. The list of Mossad's special operations is endless, with each being unique.
Mossad is unique in that it practically has no margin for mistake. Because the cost of each mistake could be the cost of Israel's very existence. While countries like the United States or Russia have a high tolerance for mistakes, Israel may not have the chance for a second strike or a second attempt.